There's a phenomenon in the universe so baffling that even Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Let's break it down. Quantum entanglement is like a mysterious bond between two particles. Imagine flipping two coins at the same time. Normally, each coin would land on heads or tails independently. But with entangled particles, it's as if the outcome of one coin flip instantly determines the outcome of the other, no matter how far apart they are. Whether they're separated by inches or light years, these particles behave as if they're one. To visualize this, think of two spinning tops. When you spin them, you'd expect their directions to be random. But in the quantum world, these tops are invisibly linked. The moment one top points up, the other instantly points down, as if they're sharing secret information faster than the speed of light. It defies logic and challenges everything we know about the universe. Now, here's where it gets truly fascinating. This connection exists beyond any physical tether. It's not like a rope tying two things together. It's an invisible thread that transcends space. You could take one particle to the farthest corner of the galaxy, and the other would still respond as though they're right next to each other. This isn't just a theory, it's been tested and proven in laboratories. Scientists have repeatedly observed this strange synchronicity, and each time, it leaves us with more questions than answers. What makes this concept so mind-bending is how it shatters our classical understanding of reality. In the everyday world, we expect cause and effect to follow a logical order. One action leads to another, and there's always a clear chain of events. But quantum entanglement ignores those rules entirely. It's as if the universe is whispering secrets between particles across unimaginable distances without a single word spoken. So why does this matter? Because it opens the door to possibilities that stretch the limits of human imagination. If particles can share a connection like this, what does it mean for the larger fabric of reality? Could this be the key to understanding phenomena we've only speculated about, like telepathy or instant communication across vast distances? The truth is, quantum entanglement isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a glimpse into the fundamental interconnectedness of everything. As we unravel its mysteries, we're not just exploring the quantum realm, we're redefining the very nature of existence. Let's pause here for a moment to reflect on this groundbreaking idea. How does the concept of two particles acting as one, no matter the distance, shift your perspective on the universe? Does it make you wonder what else might be possible, just waiting to be discovered? Let's take a leap from science to speculation. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew what someone was thinking, even before they said a word? Or perhaps you felt a deep, inexplicable connection with someone, even when they were far away. Many call this telepathy, the ability to communicate without words, gestures, or any of the five senses. But what if there's more to this phenomenon than meets the eye? Here's where quantum entanglement might offer a clue. If two particles can remain connected across vast distances, reacting as though they're a single entity, could the same principle apply to the human mind? Some researchers and thinkers speculate that telepathy could be linked to the same mysterious forces that drive quantum entanglement. After all, the human brain isn't just a collection of neurons. It's a network of electrical signals, energy, and information. Picture this: if our minds generate energy and information, and if everything in the universe is interconnected on a quantum level, could thoughts and feelings be transmitted like signals between two entangled particles? The idea might sound far-fetched, but it raises some intriguing questions. Could the bond between close friends or family members be more than emotional? Could it be quantum? Now let's address the elephant in the room. Most scientists are cautious when it comes to connecting quantum mechanics to telepathy. They argue that, while the concept is fascinating, there's no concrete evidence tying the two together. In fact, quantum entanglement operates on a scale so small, smaller than atoms, that applying it to the human brain, with its billions of neurons, feels like a stretch. But that hasn't stopped researchers and theorists from exploring the possibility. Consider this. When two people form a deep emotional bond, their brainwaves can sometimes synchronize, as seen in studies of couples and close friends. Is this a purely biological phenomenon, or could it hint at a deeper, more universal connection? Skeptics argue that telepathy can often be explained by simple psychology. Shared experiences, subtle body language, and subconscious cues could easily create the illusion of mind reading. For example, if you've spent years with someone, you're likely to predict their thoughts and reactions without realizing it. But even with these explanations, some experiences remain difficult to dismiss. Moments where people describe vividly hearing a loved one's voice in their mind or knowing they were in danger, even from thousands of miles away. Here's the fascinating part. Quantum entanglement doesn't just challenge our understanding of the physical world. It invites us to question the boundaries of the mind. Could telepathy, as elusive as it seems, be a natural extension of a universe that's interconnected at its core? While the jury is still out, one thing is clear: this connection between quantum entanglement and telepathy taps into something primal, something deeply human. The desire to feel connected across space and time. So, what do you think? Are these experiences mere coincidences? Or are we on the verge of uncovering a deeper truth about the nature of reality? Let's move from speculation to the realm of experiments and evidence. Telepathy has fascinated humanity for centuries, and while it often feels like the stuff of science fiction, researchers have conducted serious studies to explore its possibilities. But what have they discovered, and how does it tie back to quantum entanglement? First, let's look at some notable experiments. In the 20th century, researchers like J.B. Rhine at Duke University sought to test telepathy using Zener cards, those simple cards with symbols like stars, waves, and circles. Participants were asked to transmit the symbol they saw to another person in a separate room. While some studies reported results that were slightly better than chance, the scientific community remained skeptical, arguing that these findings could be attributed to statistical anomalies or flawed methods. More recently, advances in neuroscience and technology have allowed researchers to take a deeper dive into telepathy. Some experiments have used EEG, electroencephalogram, machines to study brainwave activity. In one such study, participants were placed in separate rooms and connected via a virtual interface. When one participant was shown an image, scientists observed faint, correlated brainwave patterns in the other, despite no direct communication between them. Intriguing? Absolutely. Conclusive? Not yet. Then there's the Global Consciousness Project, which takes a broader view of telepathic connections. Researchers here have examined whether large-scale human events, like global tragedies or celebrations, can influence random number generators worldwide. The data hints at a subtle, collective connection among people, but critics argue that it's difficult to separate real patterns from random noise. The challenges of studying telepathy are significant. For one, the human mind is incredibly complex, and isolating a specific telepathic signal is no easy task. On top of that, the scientific method relies on repeatable, measurable outcomes, and telepathy often feels too unpredictable to fit neatly into a lab experiment. Many skeptics point to Occam's razor, the principle that the simplest explanation is often the best one. They argue that perceived telepathy could stem from subconscious cues, shared memories, or even pure coincidence, rather than any mysterious connection. But there are also those who push back against the skeptics, arguing that just because something hasn't been fully proven doesn't mean it isn't real. After all, quantum entanglement itself was dismissed as theoretical nonsense until experiments confirmed its existence. What if telepathy is in a similar stage? An idea ahead of its time, waiting for science to catch up. Interestingly, some researchers are exploring alternative explanations for telepathic experiences. One theory suggests that telepathy could be linked to electromagnetic fields generated by the brain. Since the brain operates on electrical impulses, could these fields overlap and interact with those of others, especially in moments of intense emotion or focus? Another possibility is that telepathic communication might occur through subconscious body language, microexpressions, or even scent cues, mechanisms we don't consciously notice but still respond to. At the intersection of quantum entanglement and telepathy lies an exciting, albeit uncharted, frontier. While no definitive evidence has been found, the pursuit itself highlights humanity's endless curiosity about the mind's potential. Could future breakthroughs in technology or neuroscience uncover the mechanisms behind these experiences? Or will telepathy remain a tantalizing mystery? For now, the evidence is mixed, the critics are vocal, and the questions remain. But one thing is certain: the idea of telepathy continues to spark a sense of wonder. It invites us to imagine a world where communication goes beyond words, beyond barriers, perhaps even beyond the limits of our current understanding. So, where do you stand? Is telepathy a real phenomenon waiting to be uncovered, or just an illusion created by our minds? What lies ahead for quantum entanglement and its potential connection to telepathy? The future, as always, is shrouded in questions, but the possibilities are nothing short of extraordinary. Let's start with quantum entanglement itself. This phenomenon is already paving the way for groundbreaking advancements in science and technology. One of the most exciting developments is quantum communication, a method of transmitting information using entangled particles. Unlike traditional communication, which can be intercepted or disrupted, quantum communication promises unparalleled security. Any attempt to eavesdrop on an entangled system would immediately disrupt the connection, making it impossible to hack. Scientists are already exploring the use of this technology for ultra-secure communication networks, and even quantum internet may one day become a reality. But what about the human connection? If quantum entanglement can link particles across vast distances, could similar principles apply to the way humans communicate or connect? While there's no definitive evidence yet, researchers are beginning to speculate about how future technologies might bridge the gap between quantum physics and the mysteries of the mind. One promising area of exploration is brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. These devices, which can already interpret brain activity to control external systems, are becoming more sophisticated every year. Could BCIs one day be used to amplify and decode subtle brain signals, potentially enabling telepathic communication? Imagine a future where two people could exchange thoughts directly, bypassing words entirely. It might sound like science fiction, but the pieces of the puzzle are already being assembled in labs around the world. In addition to technology, our understanding of consciousness itself is likely to evolve. Some physicists believe that consciousness might be a quantum phenomenon, something that arises not just from neurons firing in the brain but from deeper interactions within the quantum fabric of reality. If this idea holds true, it could revolutionize our approach to telepathy. Instead of viewing it as a rare and inexplicable occurrence, we might come to see it as a natural extension of how our minds interact with the universe. Of course, the road ahead isn't without challenges. The scientific community will need to overcome significant obstacles to validate these ideas. Telepathy, in particular, faces steep skepticism. Without reliable, replicable experiments, it's difficult to gain widespread acceptance. But history has shown us time and again that today's impossibilities can become tomorrow's breakthroughs. Consider this: a century ago, the concept of quantum entanglement itself was dismissed as absurd. Even Einstein doubted it, famously declaring, "God does not play dice with the universe." Yet here we are, using quantum principles to design revolutionary technologies. Who's to say that telepathy won't follow a similar trajectory? The future also calls for a balance between open-mindedness and scientific rigor. It's tempting to leap ahead, drawing conclusions based on speculation. But true progress requires patience, curiosity, and a willingness to question even our most cherished beliefs. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, we must remain grounded in evidence while allowing room for wonder. So, what might the next few decades hold? Perhaps we'll discover that telepathy isn't just a figment of our imagination but a glimpse into a deeper, more interconnected reality. Or maybe we'll find new ways to harness quantum entanglement, not just for communication but for unlocking secrets about the nature of consciousness itself. Whatever the case, the journey promises to be as thrilling as the discoveries. Here's something to ponder as we look toward the future. If we truly live in an interconnected universe, where every particle is linked in ways we're only beginning to understand, what does that mean for us as individuals? Are we simply isolated beings? Or are we part of something far greater, bound together in ways that transcend our current comprehension? Quantum entanglement and telepathy, two ideas that, on the surface, seem worlds apart, yet share an uncanny resonance in their ability to challenge the boundaries of what we believe is possible. So, what have we uncovered on this journey? First, quantum entanglement offers a glimpse into the universe's most profound mysteries. It reveals that two particles, no matter how far apart, can remain intrinsically linked. This isn't just theoretical, it's been observed and tested, forcing us to reconsider our understanding of space, time, and connection. Then we explored telepathy, that elusive ability to communicate beyond the five senses. While science has yet to prove its existence definitively, the concept continues to captivate our imagination. Could quantum entanglement offer a framework for understanding telepathy? Or are these experiences simply a reflection of the mind's complexity, shaped by subconscious cues and shared experiences? We also delved into the challenges of studying telepathy. Current research, while intriguing, remains inconclusive. Yet the parallels between quantum phenomena and the idea of mental connection suggest there's much more to uncover. Perhaps the answers lie in the future, within the advancements of quantum technology, neuroscience, and our evolving understanding of consciousness. But here's the ultimate takeaway. The universe is more interconnected than we've ever imagined. Whether through quantum physics or the mysteries of the mind, one thing becomes clear: our world is not as separate and linear as it might appear. This interconnectedness invites us to think differently about our relationships, our potential, and the vast possibilities that await us. Now, let's turn the question to you. Do you think telepathy could one day be explained through the lens of quantum physics? Or do you believe it's simply a human desire to find meaning in the unknown? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you interpret these fascinating concepts. And as we wrap up, consider this. If particles in the universe can remain connected across unimaginable distances, what does that say about us? Could we, too, be part of a vast, unseen network of connection, influencing and being influenced in ways we've yet to understand? Thank you for joining me on this thought-provoking exploration. If today's journey sparked your curiosity, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more dives into the mysteries of existence. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and let the wonder of the universe guide your path.